So this is where the boat is, which gives you access to the Dagon dungeon. 6.0. You can click on this ore, and you can learn an ore. I don't know why you would. I mean, I've always clicked on it. This is a good place to get puffball mushrooms. Right here, and also under that tree over there, loads of puffball mushrooms. If you want to make poison arrows or poison orbs, which are kind of fun. So yeah, Horsey's over there. You just click on this to access the Sunken City. So here we go. This is the entrance to the Dagon dungeon. It has so many different names. Sunken City, Dagon. Maybe that's it. Maybe there are only two. So just like the dregs, we have this Whispers. Is she like well prepared? She's porked, right? Yeah. Let's put a bow here just in case I decide to use it. I've got my Riptide in my hotbar. This is the first part of the dungeon. That's a book here. This is just lore. Okay, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to get my fighter to go ahead of me so she can draw aggro. I'm going to help with this person. This is just like a 600 health Lemurian fighter. Watcher above, yeah. Hits fairly hard, so be careful. Shall I let him hit me? Go on, hit me. Go on, let's show how much damage you do. Okay, he doesn't want to hit me now. This is why I love maces. Like, she won't get interrupted as frequently. Especially if I'm also stunning them with my axe. Is that a sandstorm? Oh, oh god, oh god, oh god, I wasn't looking. I wasn't looking. Oh. Let's try the aloe soup. What is that healing? What is that healing? Whoa. The aloe soup, what does it do? What is this visual effect? Oh my goodness, chat. Well, he definitely hits hard anyway. Is that the aloe soup? Sated? The aloe soup does nothing. Does it just give me like a good sated buff? So it's sated 4 points of healing every 3 seconds. That's terrible. So we have some kind of weird visual effect here where apparently there's a sunstorm in this dungeon, which is in the jungle. So welcome to Conan. Looks more like LSD soup. You can't see a thing. Yeah. So this guy and a couple of other people will drop pearls. You can trade the pearls at the Buccaneer Bay. I showed you where they were on the guide. You can trade the pearls for there's a sword and there's a shield, like a very brightly gold kind of sword and shield. So you have to just click on this. Yeah, click on the axe to learn the axe. I don't think there's anything else to learn in here. I think that's everything. I'm afraid we're having some weird visual bug where the game thinks we're in a sandstorm and it doesn't seem to understand how to like render it. We're just going to go up the slope. I wonder if you can thrall these people, honestly. I've never tried. I bet if you put this person on the rope, you could click on the click on the boat and take them out. I don't know why you would, but maybe you would just feel like it. Going up the slope. Yeah, I'm very sad. Aloe soup used to give you a huge amount of healing, so I don't know why I would ever bother to make it. Like the amount of ingredients it requires. We're gonna rip you apart, sir. Sorry about that. Get him, Kathy. Kathy just likes to modify. Do you know what? I've never really looked at the things above the water before. Isn't that weird? I'm so unobservant. I've been in here so many times. Has it always been like that? Okay, I don't want to jump off yet. Fortunately, my thrall is a tank and does a decent amount of damage. So it's got our Riptide ready. I'm going to put it here. Yeah, these are Lemurians. Lemurians drop this epic armor, which is really nice. Just kind of looks cool. Okay. So I'm going to get my Riptide out and I'm going to yeet. Okay. This is the Sunken City. It's got to be one of my favourite dungeons. So basically, because we have this Riptide, we can stay underwater for as long as we want to. We're going to be basically heading down the path in that direction. We're going to start with this bit here. There's a series of different buildings. We're just going to go work our way, zigzag our way through, down to the bottom over there, and just follow it. As long as I have this in my hand, I can breathe underwater infinitely. Dagon, haven't ever done this dungeon. Yeah, it's a lovely dungeon. I'm going to switch to another weapon. I'm going to try and wait for my friendo to get in here. Oh, here she is. Okay, so this is the first section. So we fought the, what was it, the Watcher above? This is the Captain below. I'm gonna get my friend to go and attack him. So I got my stamina regen thing. I'm gonna experiment with that. Herbal tea. How much health do you have? 600. Is he walking backwards? Are you Michael Jackson, sir? He was moonwalking, chat. I don't know what that's about. Yeah, it's a decent amount of health. It's a pretty tough dungeon to do, like, early game. And I don't know if you can learn the recipes, actually, until level 60. I'm not sure. Cultist. There we go. Captain. There you go. So he drops 6 pearls. So you'd have to kill these guys a bunch of times. I think these are the only 2. The Watcher above and the Captain below. If I remember correctly. I think they're the only ones that drop pearls. So make sure you click on this tablet. This will teach you Ancient Lemurian Sword and Shield. I don't know if they're any good at the moment. They generally, I would just use them for decoration if I wanted to. I don't think there's any chests in here. And anybody after this, we're going to want to harvest their bodies. But these guys are just humans, so I don't think there's anything harvestable. Let the Riptide back out again. There we go. It's kind of nice that I have this, to be honest, so I can take my time and explain stuff. Okay, so out we go. We came through on the boat, which is over there, basically. We dove down here. So we're going to go down the slope. These are just decorative fish. They can't hurt you. There's boxes dotted around the place. They're like Sepamaru boxes with just steel and things like that. I think there are some that have some coins in. There are some in the rooms, but, you know, I'm not going to bother with them, really. I think we're going to go to this one next. Just working our way down the slope, basically. You can do this whole dungeon without any water-breathing potions or masks, as long as you go in a straight line where you're going, you know, the right direction. Sounds like a smooth criminal, yeah. Do these dungeons get harder if you have more players? No, they don't scale. They don't scale. Okay, so the first non-human creature. Come on, love, go attack. It's a good place to bring a shield, honestly. You can have your 1 NPC follower at a time. If you max out Authority, the Authority perk, then you can have 2 followers. I have gotten trapped in this little alcove here with... If I've been here with my friend, and we've got 2 followers, we were trapped in there. We had to, like, one of us had to jump on the other's back to get out of here. Might do a bit of bleeding and a bit of poisoning. They do a fair bit of damage, though, the enemies in this dungeon. So this is why I switched to the heavy veneer from the medium stuff. 6,000 HP, though. And he attacks quickly. So my stamina go back up again. There we go. So he doesn't seem to drop anything interesting. Just drops some face masks. But from now on, you want to harvest bodies. You only need to hit them once. And each of these of the people that we harvest will drop a scale of Dagon. You need these to make improved fish traps, as well as some other recipes that you get from here. Here's the tablet. There should always be a tablet in all the different rooms. So we learnt the ancient Lemurian trident, which is what I think his weapon was. He's like happy. He's just taking a rest. He's fine, chat. And I don't think there's any chests in this one either, if I recall correctly. No. Perfect, perfect. Okay, spears out. Very nice underwater world. Now, can you make an underwater base? You can build underwater. It won't give you underwater breathing, though. Okay, so we've done that one. We've done that one. We're going to this one. Well, the breathing potions, you can craft them yourself, and you can get them from... you can definitely get them, I think, from Buccaneer Bay. So, I would... Oh, movement speed more likely. So I would definitely bring breathing potions like the first 1 or 2 times you... Well, I would always bring them, probably. Or bring some kind of device to breathe with until you're, like, used to it. So, I happen to have immunity to bleed, poison, disease, and sunder effects. It's going to be interesting to test that here. Come on, Kathy. So there are 4 enemies in here. 4 enemies to harvest. 600 HP, not too bad. They attack quickly, but they're not like... They're not mini-bosses or anything. They're just kind of weird humanoid underwater creatures. So am I poisoned by this? Nope. This is cool. So this is poisonous gas, chat. You can either just not run in here. I would click on the enemy, on the boss, to get your fighter to attack him. You can run here, but if you go onto there, obviously you're going to get poisoned. Can I get you to attack? But yeah, I just wouldn't go in here. He'll come in and attack us anyway. And we need to make sure we harvest these bodies too. Let's do a bit of bleed and a bit of poison. To help things along. It's nice that I can fight in here. Let's try and draw him out if we can, because that's what you're going to have to do. Unless you have this poison resist or whatever. Yeah, he does like an arm swing, and he also will poison us. I would say actually that this perk that we have is good, particularly for this dungeon. I'm stuck under his undercarriage. Yeah, he does a swing. Doesn't he like do a poison thing? Doesn't he like drop down and do a poison thing? Can I get you to stop for a second, Kathy? Maybe he doesn't. Just a slap. Just a slap, and he has like poisonous gas over there, I suppose. But this is a dungeon full of like negative status effects, poison, bleed, things like that. So healing wraps are useful. In the old days, my Delincia would have had this dead by now. Between the two of us. I'm very sad that aloe soup is rubbish. It's just a grind, honestly. I mean, as long as you have like if you have a good thrall with good armor and a good weapon, like I don't have to worry about her health at all. Look at her; she's like full health always. Okay. All right, let's harvest these people, shall we? Use the term "people" very lightly. One hit, Scales of Dagon. You'll just get putrid meat apart from that, and then I should get one from each of these. Okay. I like to like harvest them all at the end so I can make sure I get all of them. So I've got 5 scales so far. Okay. Let's see. Click on the tablet before we go. Dagon's Breath we've learnt then. That's an underwater breathing potion. So yeah, there's one tablet to click on at the back. We've harvested the bodies, so let's continue. I love this dungeon though. I just love the swimming and everything, and it's kind of cool. Okay, so we've been from there to there, and now we're going over here. Okay. I'm ignoring all the chests that are dotted around. I guess you could change clothes to swim faster if you wanted to come without any breathing potions or anything, but I would just say bring the breathing potions. And then as long as you have the potions, then you can just breathe. You could just be underwater infinitely, because it just means you don't have your breath timer doesn't move basically. Did you ever do anything underwater in Ark? Very little, Colteus. Very little. Ark underwater terrifies me, as everybody knows. Yeah, we did like a couple of expeditions underwater, but it really scared me. Where's Cthibria? She's here somewhere. She's just like doing her taxes or something. Hello? Okay, if I start fighting, hopefully she'll come to me. This is one of the reasons I said to you, like, I would try and be as self-sufficient for these places as possible. And I would definitely bring a shield, because this guy attacks really quickly. What you can do if there's 2 of you is one person can block and the other person can like fight, and you just take it in turns. Like this can happen where your thrall just doesn't come to you. Yeah, if you could just get trapped over there, I would appreciate it. So hopefully he just derps out. Let's try and avoid him. I had to do this whole dungeon solo because my thrall wouldn't teleport to me. There was a problem where they just would never come into the dungeon. And there was also at one point there was a problem where the thrall would come into the dungeon, but you couldn't interact with him. So for the whole duration, you wouldn't be able to put anything in their inventory or change their weapon or like re-pork them or anything like that. So yeah, I have no idea where she is right now. I'm glad I'm wearing heavy armor though. I'm just gonna see if I can tank this a bit. I don't want to like get too complacent, because you know what can happen, like in the volcano, for anyone who's there. Yeah, I mean, I have a decent amount of health. I have heavy armor. I would say, well, 3 out of 5 pieces are heavy. Nice thing about the aloe soup, I guess, and the herbal tea is that I don't have an animation when I drink them or eat them or whatever. Although you would imagine I would be pulling out a spoon to eat the aloe soup. You know what I'm saying? No? Come on then, Fuendo. So alternatively, I could go with daggers. This guy, if he could stay in one place. Could fight like chaos with chaos. But yeah, I prefer my axe, honestly. Are you going to dip out? Because I appreciate that while I heal. Did you like wait for me? That was... Were you just being a gentleman? I appreciate that. This is where I'm really happy that I have herbal tea just in case of emergency. But I don't want to stop and... Well, I don't have to stop and drink it, I guess. There is like a pause, though, isn't there? What is that AoE? Okay. Okay, well that was, you know... Oh, hello, Cathibria. Look at this. Can we have a round of applause for Cathibria? For turning up just as the boss is dead. Great. Excellent. Good job, Cathibria. Thank you. Yes. Excellent work. Let's put, let's have those drinks over there, I suppose. Right, so this is another enemy to harvest. Right, I've got axe on here. There we go. So another scale. There's a bunch of chests in this one. So we're going to loot those. I think it's just coins, if I remember correctly. Honestly, that aloe soup is such a big old disappointment. So yeah, just loot all the coins. Okay, chest all looted, boss dead. Let's go further. I think it's always daytime in here, by the way, so I don't know if you would ever really need your torch. So we did that one. So we're going to go to this one next, over here. Oh, some weird visual bug. That was creepy. Is it a visual bug or is that what it's supposed to look like? Some kind of algae or something. It's such a beautiful dungeon though. The artwork in this game I think is lovely, personally. Oh yeah, that's this is like poison, but we're immune to poison. Straight down here. Good job, Kath. Yeah, I'm helping. Yeah, I'm helping. Yeah. So I am. This guy bleeds you. This guy is like a pain in the butt. And these little things, these are a really good source of ichor, and they will continuously keep spawning, like even after the boss is dead. I'm gonna try and get Cathibria in there. Come on, Cathibria. He will stack bleed on you, quite aggressively in a big burst. And I've had to fight him solo before as well. She's stuck out there. Oh, game. I don't know what's going on. What is happening with her today? It must be just a day off or something. Oof! You see that? See that damage? He would have stacked bleed on me as well. So what did I do? So I fought him. I soloed this dungeon with Festering One. I was going to try and avoid him. What did I say? Frickin' heck. Come here ready to kill everybody yourself. So I could use my poison axe. My Venom-Infused axe. So I can stack poison and bleed on him. There we go. These little bugs will also attack you, but they're more of an inconvenience. Just giving him a wide berth. Just letting the poison do the work. And the bleed. Because he does a lot of burst damage. Whoops. Oh, here you are! I just had to run in far enough. Thank you for your help, Cathibria. I don't think I've ever died in this dungeon. Newsy! I give it the 100 bits. Thank you, lovely. Thank you, thank you. Thanks for joining, Kath. Appreciate it, yeah. Thank you, Kath. She's such a team player, is our Kathy. He's just showing us where his tablet is. He's like, this is where the tablet is. I just want to make sure you remember. I think that's the one for the fish traps, actually. Deep sea fisher. Come on then, sir. I've got my friend now. Okay, That would have been a big stack of bleed. So that would have been a big stack of bleed, and I would have needed to use my healing wraps. So bring wraps with you, chat. Make sure that you your thrall has aggro before you use them, ideally. This is why you want somebody with you. Ideally. Or just don't get bled. You know what I mean? But we have the attribute which stops us from getting poisoned or bled or whatever. Corrupted attribute in vitality. Just being a support character here. Just wait for them to attack and then do yours. Get behind them. She can take a lot of damage. She's in heavy epic armor, strength buffed. She has a huge amount of HP. She's the max level. Named bearer. I showed you how to get these daggers. Oh gosh, my character. But yeah, you can craft these daggers. I think they're a godsend, honestly. Like the amount of debuff, like the 10 stack of poison, and then the stack of bleed that you can get. You can bleed stacks up to 20 as well. It's just very handy against big enemies. There we go. Nearly had to solo this one. So then you click on the tablet, and then you need to make sure you harvest the body. Just once. There you go. Scales of Dagon. And these guys should drop loads of ichor. Yeah, loads of ichor. So you could just stay here. If you, especially because we have a bearer here, we could just stay and kill these little turds. Obviously, you have to think about repairing your weapons and things. Yeah, we could just... She'll just fight all day if we stay here. She may just stay here, actually. Let's get our thingy out. There you go. On to the next one. Okay. So, go to this one. So we're working our way down there. Down the slope. If you get lost or turned around, as I do sometimes in some places. Keep spawning after they die. Yeah, they keep spawning after the boss dies. Yep, just continuously. So, it's a really nice source of ichor. I forget, we'll count how many scales we have at the end, and I'll show you how many you should have. There's a little visual bug there. Is she going to join us now? Yeah! Yeah, she had a real problem. She couldn't get up through the stairs on the previous boss. But when we went right to the back of the room, she was able to teleport. You missed a chest. I'm not harvesting all the chests. There's chests everywhere. There's a bunch of chests. The chests are just like Maroon loot. Some of them are coins, but I'm not. Yeah, I don't want to harvest them all. So let's do a bit of bleeding. It's good to have a means to repair your weapons, because if you get stuck in a long boss fight because your thrall derps out, it's really good to just make sure that you have a means to repair them. Because I have this Nemedian Helmet, I never have to worry about that, so that's kind of ideal. But between bosses, just make sure you check your weapons aren't broken, that kind of thing. I know, obvious, but it's worth mentioning. I don't want to get trapped between this guy and the wall. This guy attacks very quickly. There we go. That was a quick one. It's amazing what happens when you thrall follows you in. There we go. One scale of Dagon. Let me click on the tablet. Lemurian Aloe extract. So that is a healing potion that requires the scales to make it. I don't know why you'd ever kind of really craft that. Unless you just really love this dungeon, you had loads of scales. Don't know. Back in the day, the improved fish traps that you can make from the previous boss, his tablet, were so good. Do you remember that, chat? It was so good. You'd get loads of rare fish, and they give you buffs. And yeah, now they really nerf fish traps so that they're such a grind. I just don't bother. This guy looks like a guy in a fish costume. Yeah. Okay, so there's the next one. I think this is the final. Yeah, this is the final dungeony section or whatever, the final thing. You can swim around all these places and have a look around. I think you can go into a building over there. Final section. Come on, Kathy. Don't be shy, love. Okay, so I'm going to go to the right first. There are prisoners in there. It used to be that if you released the prisoners, they would come out and they would help you fight. But now they will try and kill you as well. So I don't know why you would release them. It seems kind of counterintuitive. Come on, Kathy. Get in there, love. This is our next boss. They're all a bit mad, these, like, lizard creatures, or whatever. Fish creatures. I guess lizard is the wrong word. They're kind of cool. I think my biggest tip for this is just make sure you leave some breathing potions behind in your base. So if you die, if you, like, run out of breath, or something happens, or you die in one of these rooms, that you want to be able to calmly and peacefully swim back to your body. That is my biggest piece of advice. Because otherwise, you'll be left wondering how you're going to get your stuff back. Actually, mind you, you can summon your body now. So, I guess that's kind of, you know. I'll show you what happens. We release this. These prisoners. Are you going to attack me? Yep. Yeah. It used to be that you released them, and they would fight the boss with you. But like 600 health is like, that's a lot of health. There are chests in these rooms. I don't know if it's possible. It used to be possible to get locked in there. I don't think you can open them from... I don't think you can open the doors from inside. So I wouldn't get stuck if I were you, but I'll show you what's in the chests. Silver, coins. I'm just going to leave it because I don't want to get trapped. But yeah, you probably have plenty of time. I think this is the only lever for all of these, basically. So you might want to kind of run back and press the lever again just before you go into a room. Where do you get the spear for water breathing? The bat from the Unnamed City drops the Riptide spear. That's what it's called. Otherwise, the potion, the underwater breathing potions do exactly the same thing, but you just don't need to take a potion with this. Yeah, bat boss, that's it. Thank you, Kel. Okay, so we came in this way. This is the water. Came in this way. We turned right. I'm going to leave those. Bye! You're just going to attack me anyway. I don't care. So I might focus on my Venom-Infused axe, actually. He's using like a hooked Lemurian sword. I'm going to harvest this guy as well. Another fish person. There we go. Scale. Did we harvest the other guy, chat? I think we did. Alright. My axe looks pretty cool here, doesn't it? So, we're going to go right. There's no people over here. There's nothing to click on. Kathy's off on her own tangent. Okay. There's another window down here somewhere. Hello? I thought there's supposed to be a guy here. I don't know where he is. Maybe he's where Kathy is. I swear... Oh my god! Hello, Panda. I swear there's supposed to be a guy here. Oh well. Kythibria? Come on, love. What are you doing? These little turds. They're like... I think they're like larvae, basically. These are those, like... Fast attacking, but, you know, they're not bosses. What are you doing with that arrow, sir? Easy peasy lemon squeezy. So there should be 2 scales from this. There we go. You tell him, Kathy. You tell him. Okay. I don't think there's anything to click on in here. It's just like a mini room. A little walkway section. A hall. So she's fine for pork. Okay. Ah! Oh, chat. Another excellent use of our special powers. So, if you don't have a staff with you, if you don't have any pouches, I don't actually know if we have the right pouches for this. Is it the cloth pouch? I don't think it is. So maybe we have to do it legit. Well, we'll do it legit so I can show you. We could do our slow falling spell here. You can't climb in this place. Okay? So you can't, like, grab onto the sides. We have to drop all the way down there. Don't do it in one go, chat. You'll die. Probably. But yeah, you can use your slow falling like gusts of air thingy. I'm going to make sure I have heals in 2 different places. And let's make sure I have plenty of aloe. I quite like when I'm going into a dungeon to have aloe crafting, so it's constantly replacing itself in my hotbar. Just a personal preference. And let's have our herbal tea there. Ooh. Da, 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 da. Okay. Now this is why I thought it might be a good idea to bring our bow with us. Because sometimes you can kite them. Hello, sir. Can I kite you? Ideally, you want to fight as few as possible at a time. Can you not get in here? Yeah, you can. No? I have had to solo this whole section by myself twice. Once because my friend died and had to wait for it to come back. And then the other one because my thrall just didn't come in. I think actually both times our thralls didn't come to us. But yeah, a poisoned axe is my favourite way to solo this place. So either this Venom-Infused axe with a karmic helmet that will heal it as you take damage, or the festering one from the Unnamed City. Yeah, but make sure it's fully healed. Make sure you've got repair kits in your inventory. Don't have them in your like followers hotbar inventory because she doesn't come in. Yeah, they do quite a bit of damage. There's also a lot of bleed as well in this dungeon, but I'm immune to that because of my attributes. So I actually really recommend that attribute for this dungeon. Corrupted Vitality. I'm trying to just fight them one at a time. If you have everybody following you, it gets crazy pretty quickly. You basically have two of the bosses from upstairs, or further up the dungeon, over there. And then you have this first guy, like the Lemurian spear guy. So if you can just fight them individually, that's ideal. I think you can't get those two just one by one, if I remember correctly. It's a big fish. It is a big fish. The sardine god, yeah. Yeah. There's a bit. Yeah, these debuffs are great. So if I was here by myself, I would be stacking some bleed and poison, and then I would just be avoiding him. And in the meantime, I would be filling up my stamina. There we go. I'm just going to wait till this is all over before I harvest these guys. You can do it as you go. We're doing fine, though. And my axe is, like, good health. My armor's doing well. Let's try and kite these guys. Let's see if we can pull one at a time. Okay. I was still moving. So if your thrall goes in to fight them, yeah, perfect. If she goes to fight him, just click on the ground near you so that they don't go out there to... So is this the poison guy, I think? But they're basically the people from upstairs. Also, my tip is just, if you're by yourself, use the length of this and just kind of... You can run. You can, like, run really far and actually lose aggro if you can get far away enough from them. Where's the other guy? Oh, damn it. Did I pull him over? I'm really glad for that perk now, chat. Honestly, I think it's awesome for this dungeon. So you could be using, like... I guess you could be using, like, poison arrows as well. I guess you could also just solo, like, do this with a bow build. I've never really done bows in this game. Mainly because I played on PlayStation for a long time. And, you know, the bow is not great with a controller from my personal, like, point of view. Fool is just a mega tank. She's amazing, isn't she? Yeah. So I guess we'll fight this guy while she does the other guy. You're trying to bleed me, aren't you, sir? One of them flops down and does like a breath poison attack. I think it's the other guy. Yeah, she's poisoned, so... Well, my stamina regen is definitely not as good with this heavy armor, but I'm glad I have it for this dungeon. And especially with the herbal tea. The final boss is up there. You don't want to run up there to, like, fight her. Not the fish. The giant fish is the final boss, chat. That's what you have to do next. What I haven't told you. If I do all 4 right clicks of my combo, he'll also get a bleed. So I'm always trying to get all 4 clicks done. I'm going to keep an eye on Kathy. She's alright. I could also put poison on her mace if I wanted to. You know, I could give her a strength buff. I could do all sorts. But she's just in strength buffing armor. And she's got pork, obviously, for like that 25% buff. Just avoiding him. Giving him a wide berth. Avoiding those slam attacks. I think it's fair to say that there's a good chance you'll die the first time you do this if you come by yourself. Let me know if you do it and how you did it. And okay, the other guy has gotten bored. Oh, he's like, oh, you think you're tough, are you? My mate says you were talking about me and my attacks. He like stumbles on you like a drunk. They take a lot of killing though, don't they? 14,500 HP each. They're not even the final boss. I don't want to fight over there, friendo. I don't want to aggro the end boss. We're just taking our time. Getting down the health. We could use a bit of daggers as well if we wanted to. Play it safe. Play to live. My main advice for you. When you do dungeons, you what is that animation? When you do dungeons, you generally will bring your best gear, you know. So you don't want to die, and then be worried about getting it back and that kind of thing. I'm getting a bit kind of careless now because he's nearly dead. There you go. There you go. So let's harvest these like fish people. These are the last people you need to harvest. 1, 2. You can like clear the bodies entirely if you wanted to. Oh, he's talking to his chat. Sir, I'm sorry I killed your friendos. So at this point you would probably heal up your roll a little bit. She doesn't need it. She's fine. And then check if she needs a bit of porking. You know what I mean? They look very Christmassy, those lights on their heads. Yeah, it's a Christmas dungeon, definitely. You have to get eaten, then kill it from the inside and pry its mouth open with your bare hands to escape. That's it. Yeah, definitely. All right, let's go. So this lady, she's a bit more normal looking. She's like a... By the way, those are the exits. You need those doors to open to get out. So you have to fight. You have to defeat her first. I'm gonna try and get my friend in there. She's a bleeding friend. She will bleed you. I'm gonna try and get rid of these friends first. Yeah, she does a lot of bleed. She does a lot of damage. She's quite scary. I wouldn't get hit by her. But because she's a daggers person, you can stagger her. You know, she's very easy to stagger. What is going on with that body? Is she alright, madam? Okay. I've never seen that before. So I would be much more cautious if we didn't have that attribute that allows us to, that perk that allows us to avoid, like, bleed. But I'm going to show you, like, let's see if I can get her to damage me. Come and hit me, friend. She's got, like, the Daggers of Dagon on her. Come over here, friend. Come here, Kathy. Hello, sir. She's stuck. Yeah, I just wanted to hit me so I can see what damage we do. Come on. Kathy's just too good. Could you just stop fighting for a second? There you go. Ooh, you see that? You see that damage? There you go. And I would have a big stack of bleed on me right now. I would be running away to use bandages. So I can be quite aggressive. Because that was a lot of damage. But she would die from those injuries now. Just because of the bleed and poison. Nice job, Kathy. Good job, Kathy. Thank you for participating. So, okay, you could get the set thingies from her. She doesn't drop anything at all. Thank you. Thank you. Here's the Daggers of Dagon, the final lore stone. He's gone now. He's gone off to the pub. He's busy. He's like, oh, screw you all. Screw you all. I'm going to have some fish and chips. I mean... so then when you've finished, both of these doors open and you have a choice of where to leave. You could either leave the jungle way, and that will take you back out exactly where you went into the dungeon, Kathy, what a woman. She's amazing, yeah. So this will take you back to the boat, basically. So if you want to go back to the jungle, then you can go out there. Or, what I quite like, you can leave in the sunshine. And this will take you to Noob River, not too far from Sinner's Refuge. So we're going to go through here. Oh, I left my horse. And wait for all this to blow over. Yeah, exactly. So this is where it takes you out. Takes you out right here. Between G and H. Between 3 and 4 G and H.